Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, you're probably going to get a good afternoon, and right after this, you're going to get a good morning. So, you both today. Maybe I'll just wait and give you a good evening, too. But, yeah, a little bit short on video this week, but I'm going to do this is kind of a mashup, but there's some cool stuff in here. We had something real special on our landing. We actually had a couple people. But the first one, Kevin from Modern Self-Reliance. Go and check out his channel. He posts some awesome stuff. He wanted some of our cedar cut-offs so you can make some cedar shanks. When you first see that real big one, we maybe should have left that on, but whatever. We trimmed it off. He's utilized them all. I've seen kind of the project. The video isn't out yet. I'm not sure when it's coming out. I'll see if I can find out. But it's going to be good. His previous ones, he does some real cool stuff on this off-grid property. Yeah, it's I say follow along. You're going to enjoy it. Cedars turned out awesome. Turned out really good. So you'll be looking forward to that. Also, we had Paul from Canadian Woodworks. There was some ash on this job he bought so he could fill an order. You'll see a little clip of that if you haven't seen the short already. And I'm going to get in some Q&A at the end. I'm going to put some more buncher. Why do they keep calling it a buncher? I'm going to put some more processor video of in the cedar bush. I didn't use it all the last time. I'm going to put it in there and you can watch that and I'll answer some of your questions or the best I can. So I'm not a super cedar guy. We haven't cut cedar in a long time, so to be able to tell you everything on it, I probably can't. There's probably going to be more people knowledgeable in the comment section will probably correct me, which is perfectly fine. Please do, because I'm still learning here too. But I'll leave that on. And here's the start of the video. Lots of little clips. Enjoy it, guys. Have a good one. Good morning, guys. Well, if you don't recognize this guy,
it's Kevin from Modern Self-Reliance. It's hard to say that.
Yeah, and he got in contact. He's building a project. He's building a sawmill shed, and he was looking for some cedar shakes.
Giant cedars.
Yeah, so we're out on the west coast here. We'll see. Here's some of the cedar he got.
Look at the size of this stuff. This is what? This is eastern white.
Eastern white cedar.
And the difference between eastern and western is its color, right?
Basically, and the size.
Usually they don't come this big in white cedar,
no.
As you can see. Look at
and sound. Yeah. Or mostly sound.
There's a little bit of rot, but this is going to be cut around. It's going to be not wasted.
Yeah.
Cedar shake like that thing all day long. That's cool.
Yeah. So if you go check out his channel and check out that sawmill shed he built, he's got his own little kind of homestead.
That's right.
Homestead.
Yeah, the off-grid property.
Yeah.
It's got the sawmill, little home for it, the Norwood sawmill. It's going to finally have not in the snow. It's always snowing here.
Yeah, that if you watch that video on the snow he had to dig out, that's why he's building that shed. Look at, we're almost in April. So we're still getting snow. Winter is still here, so he's gonna mill those up. We're gonna watch along. Go check him out because I'll be on there. We got some cool stuff as well.
Yeah, I shot some B-roll. You guys actually using the big machinery. I'm usually a hand-strong sort of guy, but I'm jealous a little bit of that machinery. It's big.
Well, you're welcome anytime to come on. I appreciate.
Yes.
And we'll be talking.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you maybe even see him in our yard. Some Eastmade stuff going on there.
Awesome.
All right. The boss wanted me to walk it out. He was getting some stuff. He knew where it was. He bunched it back there. We're bunching it because it is too wet back there for this machine. You know, inexperience can get you in trouble. We don't want to lose it. It's getting kind of soft back there, so we're using the skid steers in there. We know what they can do, so use something we're experienced with. But, oh, look at it. Skidder Kev is running the buncher. Buncher Kev, I guess now, or sorry. Processor Kev. Processor Kev. Processor Kev? Maybe. I gotta get spun around here and go to the next pile. But, yeah. Interesting. A lot going on ahead. I'm not cutting any lengths here, just we're delimbing them up here, but get spun around. Probably, I didn't bring my GoPro. I didn't think I'd be using it in there, but yeah, get spun around here and gotta head to the next pile. We're pushing all the tops and stuff back into the woods, but yeah, this is how she's going. She's going good. I just stayed in here and just flew around till the boss came over, and he never came over, so I just ran. Only way to learn. Small little grab arms. Be handy. Just like 404 chain. Huh. With a rotator and just a grapple frame. Alright, so this is our cedar guy. They're actually utilizing all these posts themselves, I'm pretty sure. But you can see, almost looks like they bought them in maybe. Those are 3x8. Probably the same with that. It's probably 6-inch top. It's probably 5. But yeah, doesn't look like he's got very much here. Trimmings. Fair bit, but I don't think it's enough for him to get through the season. Alright guys, so some of the questions I get asked here are with the cedar, our lengths. So our lengths and sizes. So posts. Post is basically a cedar fence post. Majority, 95%, 99% of what we cut, 8-footers for posts. It's basically 3-inch to 7-inch is kind of our range we're in. So that's a pretty big range to be in. Anything over 7, so let's 8-inch and up will be a saw log. Basically anything you can kind of get a 2x6 out of is how we go. You can be smaller in there, it's alright, but we try not to get too much in there. As well, the sapwood, I've been asked about this. I can't remember who asked it. The sapwood and having the sapwood on there. Yes, you do want the sapwood on there. After they peel them, you do not want to, you just want to peel the bark off. You don't want to peel that layer. It's about I should have had video of it. It's about 1/2-inch layer of sapwood on the outside. That is what really gives it its rot resistant. Basically, you take that off, and you lose some longevity out of it as a post being in the ground. So that's something you want to keep on. But that is up to the guys at the peelers. They're the ones that don't want to, basically you don't want to peel too much off. I didn't get any video of that running. I apologize for that. I couldn't even take video of it because it was dark where the peeler is. It's inside, no lights on or anything. So I couldn't get any of that. The other thing I've been asked, time of year. Time of year makes a huge difference cutting cedar. The colder it is, and majority of cedar is cut in the cold, winter months, I guess I should say. When it's about below 10 Celsius, the limbs come off easier, which is good. They break off cleaner. It's easier to peel the posts there. Saw logs is not a huge deal, but you don't want giant limbs on it. and the bark stays on. When the bark starts peeling off, it just becomes, snags and gets hung up and twisted and everything. You don't want that. You can see in some of our stuff, some of our videos, it was coming off pretty good. Not terrible, but it was starting to peel. We're getting into spring here, so bark's starting to loosen up with the warmer days. We're going to cut some in the summer here. We're trying to, and we've been asked to, try to hold off till September, mid-September. It's close enough to us. We can try it and see what it's kind of like. If the bark is coming off too much, we can always wait. We want to summer cut this to try to free up, I guess it'd be fall at that point, to free up our winter. We do not want to be cutting cedar all winter. We need firewood, so we got some bushes still that we bought last year that we still have to cut. We didn't get it to this year because the winter kind of sucked. We weren't frozen long enough. In this ground, it's swamp, so yeah, we gotta be wet for that. What else? There's probably more I'm missing here. Saw logs. We do 8 foot, so 8'6" to 16'6" is kind of where we are. 16 footers, not a ton of. Probably more 8, 10s, and 12s is basically what it is like. You want to clean up the center rot and stuff when you're cutting this, so you can get quality lumber out of it. Cedar is, from what their guys are really wanting cedar, so they're really pushing to get stuff in the winter. They want our one supplier. They do their own posts, like I said earlier. But yeah, this machine too as well. I've been asked with the rollers and the marks they make in the sapwood when they're feeding. That's inevitable. It's going to happen. That's the only way you can feed it with a machine next to hand cutting. Our buyer had zero complaints about that and actually asked if he could have it on one of their landings this winter coming up to do some processing for them. So he was happy with what came off this machine, so I'm glad about that. The boss is really happy about that. We were unsure. We're kind of new to this CTL, or cut to length processor, so it's, like I said, a learning curve for us. We're just trying to figure everything out and, maybe even see some more new equipment, new to us equipment come out here. But anyway, guys, that's it for the Q&A. I think that's all I got. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. All right, guys, this is the Chuck Rogers sticker. Backspin Graphics has made. You can, there we go. You can go on there and get that. There's some cups and some coffee cups, and I think there's clothing line. Pretty positive there's a clothing line on there as well from Chuck from Iron Oak Sawmills. We lost him a few months ago. If you would like to help Deb out, all proceeds from the sales of these stickers and the other items go right to Deb. So if you want to help her out, it was a sudden loss of Chuck, so Deb will really appreciate that. Every little bit helps. And a big thanks to Joe from Joe's Premium Firewood. We had him, he was the last one we had on our live stream. He sent these up to me. I appreciate it very much, Joe. And yeah, like I said, Chuck Rogers, miss you, buddy. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that and this answered some of your questions. It was pretty, kind of did everything this week, and we're rushing because it's wet, so like footage, it just gets put on the back burner, and it's just how it goes sometimes. Got to get jobs done instead of footage, so I work with what I have, and yeah, sometimes it's a little bit tight on footage, and other times I get tons. So anyway, I know you guys all understand, and I appreciate all of you. Please remember, go check out Modern Self-Reliance. Kevin's got an awesome channel over there, and a great guy as well. Probably going to be seeing some more of him as well. And we'll see you on the next one. Remember, thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you like the content, please subscribe. Appreciate all of you. Thanks, guys.